Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks Some More. In case you didn't know, I uploaded a video yesterday at hugotalks.com, not available on YouTube. It's called Propaganda, Fake News and Crisis Actors. Check it out if you didn't catch it, and subscribe to hugotalks.com to get all video upload notifications, as many are now not uploaded to YouTube. Okay, now let's have a look at this headline today. Well, apparently it's all your fault. The blame game strategy is now being adopted. The road to freedom has been gridlocked by a giant bus full of tinfoil hat-wearing conspiracy theorists. And apparently they're idiots as well. And there's that word again, refuseniks. Here we have in the Daily Mail this morning, ministers are split over whether to keep lockdown beyond June the 21st to protect idiot vaccine refuseniks amid fears local tiers will have to return in England, with Scotland already targeting areas. It reads, ministers are at loggerheads over whether to extend lockdown beyond June the 21st to protect idiot vaccine refuseniks from the Indian variant. Tensions are rising within government as the more transmissible strain threatens to derail the roadmap, which should see all legal restrictions lifted from next month, it says here in the Daily Mail. So there you go. Now, I hope you're all happy with yourselves, spoiling everybody's fun. All they want to do is get back to normal, and all you refuseniks are making the government make these. You're giving them a hard time. You're making them make these tough decisions. Haven't they got enough work to do? Now, what was the headline I saw yesterday? Oh, yes, it was in the Daily Express. Oh, there it is. The entity known as Matt Hancock warns those with 2 doses may still die as Indian tikka masala variant spreads. So you can pretty much see clearly that even if everyone had the jab, you would still have this person saying, well, even if you had both doses, you could still die. So either way, they would still continue the lockdown. This is what you call a rigged game. No matter what way it goes, it still ends up the same way. So if you haven't figured it out yet, the government are trying to split the public down the middle. They're trying to get you to hate each other, create like 2 tribes, so to speak, get us all distracted with fighting with each other so they can more easily control and manipulate us. I mean, if you haven't figured that out yet, where's your brain at? It's obvious, and it's a tactic as old as the hills, dividing a great number of people and get them arguing amongst themselves as opposed to everyone uniting and focusing their attention on the true enemy, the ones who are making the rules and causing all the division and holding them to account. I mean, if you haven't figured that out yet, I don't know what to say to you. You have thousands of people up and down the UK, all around the world, on Saturday protesting. Thousands marching to Downing Street, marching to the BBC HQ in London and shouting shame on you, and the mainstream media don't even report it. And you don't think that's a bit suspicious, a little bit odd? And you still don't think the game is rigged? I don't know what can be done with you. Going back to this article today, already building the narrative that they are going to blame people who don't have the jab on extending lockdown. You can see that clearly. Blaming them when it's the government, it's the government who are extending lockdown. Nobody else is doing it. But look at the conflicting language these nutters use in the article. It says here, Business Secretary Kwasi Kwarteng insisted this morning he is still confident and fully expects the schedule to be kept despite anxiety about surging cases in hotspots. However, he warned against stigmatizing those who do not want to get jabs. All right, so he's warning against, people stigmatizing against people who don't want to get jabs. But then he sums up the dilemma over June the 21st. One minister told Politico, the risk is that a small number of idiots ruin it for everyone else. All right, so on one hand, we have a minister say, we don't stigmatize against those who don't want to get the jab. And then another minister says it's a small number of idiots who don't get the jab, who are ruining it for everyone else, which is stigmatizing against them. Doing the exact opposite of what you just said not to do. What a bunch of losers these people are. Now, if you are one of the easily led mainstream media believing people out there, do you not remember them saying, we only need to jab the elderly and the very at risk, and then we can start getting back to normal? What happened to that? Do you not remember them saying, there's no need for passports, oh no plans for passports, and then saying the exact opposite? And has the fact evaporated that they have already signed deals with companies 8 months before that for passports? And he also spent billions on the NHS app that just so happens to then magically transform into the passport? I don't know. So anyway, this article is a new low for the government and the fake stream media, calling people idiots because they decide against getting a medical intervention that is still in its trial phase until 2023. It's a whole new low. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com, and I'll see you later.